Good evening from Area 51 Raceway. I'm here with the Beach Racer and I have my body painted and mounted. Test ran the car, had to do a few adjustments on it, shims on the axle, a little bit out here and out over here, and then trimming of the body. And we got the car all set up to go. And all I need to do is put an interior, and you can see the how it looks like and what I've done to it. Kind of give it a black wash, as they call it, look to it, and came out pretty decent. And this is something you can do. I'll tell you what I did with the process that I did, that I painted this, and the products I used. So the first thing I did use was the Rust-Oleum, or I would say, excuse me, the Krylon primer. All I did was prime it, and I got a 3000 grit and sanded down to smooth it out with some soapy water. Washed it, put it in a dehydrator. Then I got my airbrush out and I used the what's called the this is the Sealer Silver, excuse me. This is from Autoborn. This is an Autoborn sealer paint. That's the brand it is, and it's the bottle number is 6013. It's called Autoborn Sealer. It's made in the USA. Real good product. I used that as the silver color. So after that, what I did was I put my decals on, and then I detailed the body lines, and kind of to give it contrast. You can see I did the chrome piece right here, and I used the chrome pen here. That's what this is, and it's called the Flycy. Trying to see this in the light, and I'm going to get a better camera here and more lighting. This is a Flycy chrome paint marker, and that's what I use to highlight these right here and over here, and on the other side of the car as well. Doesn't look exactly perfect, but it came out pretty decent. Then I used some black, just regular marker, to contrast just the body really around the fender wells here. I just kind of skimmed it, and what I'm trying to do is give the car contrast so it looks more realistic, I guess, model wise, instead of just having, you know, just the plastic, you know, with the same color. So that's all I'm doing, is giving the car depth. And I did it a little around the windows, on the back here, on the trim part. And then I used this silver marker, which is from Sharpie, and this is a metallic silver. And I kind of went a little, you probably can't see too much, but I did go over the windows here and on the other side as well. And then what I did after I got this all done up and everything, I got my black wash right here, and this is from Vallejo Paints. This is a black wash, and what I did was I got a brush, and that stuff's really watery, dipped it in there, and I just faintly brushed it like this. So you can see I did all over it, and then I got a paper towel and kind of like wiped it again to smear it, and then I brushed it again if I need a little more. And then I added contrast to the grill here and the bumper and the lights. And that's what I did. I just brushed this on, darken it, you know, sweep it up again with the towel, let it dry, paper towel, and then hit it again. And all I did was just, I'm giving the bumper some contrast so it's not so chromy looking. Did the same with the back, and just made the car look more of a kind of a raced look, and that's what you have right there. And this is pretty much the body all done, all painted. After I did all that and got all the other stuff done, I went ahead and just used my Revive It, you know, Pledge Floor Shine, Future Shine, now it's called Revive It, whatever it is now from Pledge, and I coated the car as a gloss coat, and that's like what you see right now. That's what it looks like. And I got the finish pretty good on it. Didn't turn out too bad. I like how it looks. Now it's got a little gloss on it. The car, you know, it's got a nice appearance to it. Again, I had to trim down here, of course, the insides, because this was rubbing a little, and shim some little out a different way, because, you know, you get the car all set and, you know, set up, you're trying to tune it. You want to make sure nothing is dragging on the body when the car is moving as well, because you have body float and stuff like that. But this is the car right now. This is what it looks like. I really liked how it came out. I'll focus in on it more. These decals I had lying around, of course. This is a vinyl decal, and then these are water slide decals. And then what I did after I did all that, after the final coat of pledge, after I did all my other stuff with the black wash, is when I finally coated everything. And this is what the car looks like. It still needs an interior, but this is pretty much almost ready to go, but not quite. And that's the end results. This is going to be my Beach Racer entry, and this is just showing you after you're painting it, what needs to be done. I showed you how to mount the body. The painting part I'm really not an expert on, so I really haven't done any videos on painting. All I can tell you is that it's a hit and miss thing. You learn as you go. It's a learning curve, and again, start out with something basic. And what I've said also is that if you make a mistake, and you could tell I made a mistake here when I was cutting, it's not a big deal. Now it looks like a body damage somewhat, because I kind of gave it this hammered look now, and all I did was use some epoxy. I didn't really trim it down. I left it that way. I figured, when I paint it and kind of give it its theme, it'll look pretty cool, look like a battle scar. And then what I did was I just used the black wash, and it kind of really enhanced that race look. Oil on it, whatever, dirt, whatever you want to call it. And my first car I did enter to the showdown was a GTO, was a mud racer, and that's what I did, because I wasn't. My whole point of that car was that I see so many pretty cars and everything. Why don't I make one that looks like it's been raced? So that was my first thought when I entered that car, and it looked pretty good. And that's what I'm doing here also. I'll give it a little hammered, raced look. They don't always have to be pretty, but if you have a problem, there's always a way to turn a negative into a positive, though this was planned. But if you do run into that, you can always go the other way, and this is just an example of that. So that's my entry. I just want to show you. This will probably be the final video on Beach Racer. Really, I pretty much painted interiors. We could go over interiors probably when I get all my new equipment and stuff. I'm gonna go over more stuff in depth maybe on the next build. But for now, this is the Beach Racer completed car right here without an interior, and that's what it looks like. And that's it from Area 51 Raceway. You guys take care and always have fun racing.